I'm waiting on my baby. She she be could be gone for my. I'm not cheating. I'm waiting on my baby. She could be he. No. You see how it's even becoming difficult now to make music, because now, before you would say, I'm waiting on my baby. Hey, he could be gone on a trip or gone on a job. He'll be back and I'll still not be cheating. You can turn it around and say, I'm waiting on my baby. She could be gone back to school or gone to a college or gone to abroad, but I'm not cheating. Now here we are, gender wars. So I'm waiting on my baby. He could be no sex. I'm waiting on my baby. He could be want to be recognized as a she, but he and I'm not cheat. Confusion now. Now you don't even care about God now. So it's no longer about Adam and Eve. It's no longer about a masculine and a feminine. It's no longer about a male and female. It has become some man-made thing in between. We have created another gender. We have created another he, she. We have created another I'd rather not say. We have created I'd rather a mitochondria, or I don't even know what we have GMO'd ourselves. We can see us geoengineering ourselves. Unasema utaki kukula GMO, wewe si GMO. Yet we can see GMO as we can see ourselves GMOing us. It has got nothing to do with God. It has got nothing to do with it is all man-made. We have created a he, she. We have created I would rather not say kind of bullshit. Not God. We have, because we have accepted it, because we have embraced it. And the reason is because we know we are going through a shift, a change. But the thing is, we do not want to accept that we are in a new world. So that confusion of not wanting to take off the glasses, no pants intended, or pants intended, is why we are here. This is how you fall. This is how you sink. So I'm waiting on my baby. She could he. I'd rather not say. But I'd rather be cheating. Because I don't even know what is this now. What is this now? So if I can see us creating our own GMO, if I can see our own people creating another new gender, it has got nothing to do with God. Don't blame God. I also don't blame the devil. Don't blame anyone. Blame yourselves. Because these are your thoughts and feelings. These are reflections of how you are thinking. These are your thoughts and feelings. You are the creators. You are not the creation. You have created a gender. I'd rather not say. I am a he, she. I am a she, he. Yeah? You have created something new. It has got nothing to do with God. Leave God alone. This is all your demonic minds. Leave. God has got nothing to do with this. It had nothing to do with me. Those are not my thoughts and feelings. Those are not my Adams and Eves. Those are not my Gekoyos and Mombis. Those are yours. No pants intended. So now what you have created is showing you that even you, whatever you are calling yourself, the more you keep falling, you are already another gender. You have already GMO'd yourself. So even the people who talk about clean eating, you have to eat vegetables only. It goes beyond that. Because even the flesh you are in has been GMO'd before you by your grandfathers and your great-grandfathers. So unless you understand that you are new creatures and stop attaching to old generational curses, old generational traumas, that's not your burden. That's not your trauma. Those are not your curses. You are a new generation, but you have to unbind yourself from those terms and conditions. You have to take care of them first before you dismiss them. You are too deeply embedded into them through your religions and your governments and your mentalities and your epigenetics and your stories and your mythologies and the starting points of your cultures and beliefs. Okay? It doesn't even say that your culture is the true culture, because it takes a cult to cultivate a culture. For a culture to be there, it has taken some mindsets to sit back and decide to come up with some form of a government. AKA, they saw some lost people, a lost tribe, and so they decided if you give these people the power, the energy, the true spirituality, they are still going to not do anything about it. So they are going to shit on our faces. And in fact, they are going to take us down. When we give them that knowledge, they are going to take that knowledge and try to use it against us. So when we give them the esoteric knowledge, sometimes there's no need on giving it to them because they are demonic. The moment you give it to them, they are going to take it and try to bring us down, us who are giving us the esoteric knowledge, depending on your ancestors and your roots. An example. Because now I know this is too deep for your mind. Let's assume there are some people asking for independence. Let's assume in our country, in Kenya, we had some people, Bangladesh, the people who are creating their own money in Mombasa. Okay, remember the people who are printing money in Mombasa? Bangladesh, Bangla So now this is how the government looks at that. The government looks at it like this. Okay, so now we are going to allow you to print your own money. Come up with your own Bangla pesa. Sindio? Sawa, tumewakubalisha Bangla pesa. Chukueni, government, we are very nice. Take some Bangla pesa. Mukona Bangla pesa. Sawa, sawa. So now, after Bangla pesa, what are you going to create? Since now you have your own money, you are going to create your own government. Because if you have your own money, you are going to need your own treasury. And if you have your own treasury, you are going to have a budget. And in that budget, you are going to allocate security because you have to guard your money. This includes creating an army. This includes creating a territory, a border. So now you are going to start claiming that you want to be a country just because we allowed you money. So even if you allow you to make your own money, print your own money, come up with your own gold, Libya, come up with your own coin, gold coin, Bitcoin, Libya, because you missed the point. Because Libya was not about trading with dinar. It was a Bitcoin. It was a new coin. Because the moment you allow people to come up with their gold coining or trading in their own money, the whole government, the people who are running this worldview, they look at that like, we cannot allow you to do that because you don't have enough discipline. We can already see on a personal level, you have no disciplines. On a personal level, you follow the world. 92% of the world follows the worldview. They follow the Gregorian calendar. They follow those traditions, the New Year's, the Christmas. So the government already knows that's a huge two people lost. And since it's very hard to knock on each and everybody's door, Hodi, yes, Wamudaka, yes, we are the real government. We run everything. So let us show you the rabbit hole and how things work. You see this? This is how it works, okay? Yes. Okay, you are good, Wamudaka. I'm very good. Thank you, Mr. Government. Thank you, Worldview. They go to the next door. Since that's too much work. That's like people who are in high places, what you can call a god, a government, or a governor. Ni governor atoke huko juu ati anakuja na kupigia mlango, anataka kusaidia in which way? You get what I'm saying? So since that cannot happen like that, okay, so the government decides we know it's about morality. We know we should have morality. We know we should not be treating these people like this, out of morality, out of fire. But there's no need, even if we take the glasses from their eyes, even if we give them teachers or show them everything, they are still too lazy to do anything about it. So we can get away with this. And that is even how you know when you are truly spiritual that you cannot even hate on the system. You don't even have to hate on that system, that God, that worldview. Because when you truly understand spirituality and how they are running things, then you can see it's not even worth shit. For example, I don't know, 2 years back, you are not even going to church. 2 years, no one went to the church. The churches had been closed down. So it was just common sense to show you that whatever religion you are following, the whole world, it's not working. Otherwise, that whole religion, that whole belief, a whole world praying for that would not have manifested in that being closed down. So that showed you that religion is run like a system. It's just a system. It's not God. It's a system. Religion is a system. And a system can be shut down when it's not needed. It can be shut down. A system can be shut down or changed. An education can be shut down or capped or changed. A system can be shut down. A religion. Entertainment can be shut down. Sports can be shut down. Olympics. So those were systems. It's like when you're doing a major shutdown. And so what you are doing is that you are going stage by stage. You are going stage by stage. Unaenda stage by stage, stage by stage. Okay? So that system, when it's being shut down like that, sasa hiyo ndio unaona kama a fail switch. You start with one switch. Tunaanza na hii, tunaenda na hii. So uki-understand in its totality, then you see this is why they don't, or this is why you cannot need now hate on the government. Because they are just doing, for them they look at it like we are doing God's work. To maintain this system, we are doing God's work. Because the moment we give these people a little freedom, they run away with it. Kidogo freedom. Now we want to take over the world. Libya, Gaddafi. Ka freedom kadogo tuju, we have allowed you to stay in the desert. Okay, we allowed you to get away with no restrictions on money. So anyone in your country didn't have a debt. Ukioa unapewa nyumba na vitu kama hiyo. So we don't have a problem with that. Kierere. Ati I want to start my own coin. I want to start my own gold coin dinar. Ulisikia wapi wewe? Where did you hear that? So that is the problem. Because until you understand that now, how the system itself is, and see this, until they see enough examples, and see they see, oh, we have enough examples of people now who understand how to run things, maybe now we can, based on morality, start being more open or more willing to welcome them on our side. No. And that will take some time, because at the moment, you don't even know how to deal with your own thoughts and feelings. So if you don't even know how to deal with your own Adam and Eves, you don't know how to deal with your own Gekuyu and Mumbi, we mwenyewe. Sasa, do you see how far you are from even getting to the point where you're invited to the table by the government? These are spiritual tables. Okay? As a manifestation into the physical is what you are seeing. A government, a system, physical, wewe, and a rulership. In the spiritual world, there are people who are invited in tables. These are tables. Nikure mirago, nikyo iguaga ati mirago iguru, nikyo iguaga gatekeepers. Why would there be a gatekeeper if there's nothing like a gate? So there's gates, there's tables, and there are seats. And there are people who sit on these seats. And there are tables that you are not invited. And there are tables that are laid for you. Nikure ginya kwarirwo metha ati the table was laid for you esoterically. They laid a table for you. When ushaitandikiwa meza peke yako, has a table been laid for you? Like a dinner, it can be a dinner. And that is why when you take someone to dinner, they feel so appreciated, because they know that table, even if it's shared, it was set for them. So you don't even know why you feel so good when you're at a dinner, because the table was laid for you. So mpaka ufike to a point where you understand your thoughts and feelings. And now they start esoterically, not in the physical, esoterically they start opening those doors for you. Those tables for you. And you can decide whether you want to feast on that table or not. You can decide whether to sit on that table or not. So you choose the tables. You choose the hands to shake. Okay? Are you shaking hands with the devil? Mtu kama Kipchoge Keino. Now you have become a flower girl. Now you are covering your eye, one eye with a phone, like a flower girl. Sasa wewe, even after running for all those marathons, wewe na Aziad hamuna difference. Na Aziad ni kudance tu. Sasa Aziad na Kipchoge Keino, same thing. But you don't see it like that. Because you don't know that you have the product. Why do you have to go and run and be given a watch? We should be having a watch inaitwa Kipchoge Keino. Okay? Kipchoge Keino watch out of your own company. Do you know how many runners in Africa alone would buy you a watch, a sports watch ya Kipchoge Keino ya kukimbia? Partner with China. China wanatutengenezea tusatu wa China hapa kana kumonitor mpaka rao ukikimbia. You partner with China. We have a Kipchoge Keino watch worn around Africa, 52 nations. That will build you. You don't have to run and then to advertise someone's clock. Unakimbia World Olympic Marathon to display a watch. Sio yako. Hawa wenye wanasaa wanakulipa mashilingi to pose with it. You are getting coins to pose with a watch while you should be selling your watch. You're already big. You're already world marathon champion of the world. Wewe ndio brand. Wewe ndio marathon. Wewe mwenyewe Kipchoge Keino, you can create the marathon. Wewe ndio marathon. There's no marathon without Kipchoge Keino. So we shouldn't be going to Nike. We shouldn't be going to their sports to create that. And this is how you're not even supposed to be allowed to talk like this. Now I'm talking too much. But he should be the brand. Kiatu yote itoke kwa kampuni yake. Kipchoge Keino, kiatu yote ya kukimbia Kenya. Our own government ikuwe ndio the first. Mtu yote anaingia jeshi, national youth, viatu yenye takikana hapa ya kukimbia ni ya Kipchoge Keino. Hiyo government tender peke yake imemweza. Sasa unakimbia marathon, karibu utoke damu mguu, unaenda kusimama na saa. Hubrot, umepigwa picha, umevaa nini ya Rome. Nini hata uwezi vaa kitu ya Kimaasai, umevaa nini ya Rome kwa kichwa, maua ya Rome, hata ujui hiyo richo umewekwa maua ya Rome, umepost na saa. Hiyo saa imesetiwa. Hata ujui, no one is understanding. The clock is at 10 or 8 minutes. That symbolism, 10 or 8. There's a reason it got 10 or 8. There's a reason there's a big clock to his left. Look at the time. What is those numbers? What are you being told by the world? What is this Roman crown doing on the #1 runner in the world mwenye napewa attention? Why is he wearing a Nike, a Saturn ring? Saturday, hiyo ring ya Saturn, the Saturn magic ndio yumeweka unaona Nike. It's a t-shirt in your Nike. Those are the rings that surround the Saturn planet because they are using that Saturn magic box, magic square. Okay, you are missing the points. You are missing the symbolism. Everything is for a reason. So that is why they look at you like, kama wewe mwenyewe, if you don't know you are the champion, wewe Kipchoge Keino. If up to now with all this, we can still use you like a flower girl to advertise a phone or a clock, then what's the point of waking the world up? What's the point? Hakuna haja. So let's continue using these people. Let's give him money. Let's put him on magazines. Let's make people think this is what to do because they don't want to use their own power and energy. So let's make this popular. Let's push money there. And it's still peanuts. How can you be champion of marathon champion and you're not a billionaire? At you are worth $50 million. Hiyo miaka yote umekimbia, you're worth $50 million. One Bugatti car is what you are worth. But for people who are not using their minds, they don't see that they are hiyo ni pesa mingi sana. It's peanuts, depending on what you as a brand represent, depending on what you are worth as a mind, because it's your mind that creates that. Ndio mnamiangwa, you are beautiful people. That is a mind state of running, not giving up, and everyone got that mind state. Si Kipchoge Keino peke yake, but he has to use that to show you as an example. Learn by an example. Since now you don't have the examples to learn from, since you don't have the representation of that, kuiona ikifanyika, so you end up thinking that that is how things are supposed to work. You think that is how you are supposed to attain gifts and talent, by almost dying, by almost running. So you don't create what you call glorified bodies, which is a body which is like a kind of a dream-like body, where anything you want, you can manifest without going through what you call friction, what you call pain in this world, trials and tribulations. So that thing can become easily attainable to you. You get it? So, woo! Sometimes it feels good to, get on that train of thought and teach. It's beautiful. Now, today is Terrific Tuesdays. Oh, it's not Terrific Tuesdays. It's not Terrific Tuesdays. Yes, it's TT Tuesday. No, it's not TT Tuesday. It's Reparenting Tuesdays. It's Reparenting Tuesdays. Today is when we take all that anger and we shine it on our reparenting, our traumas. So today is when we do a lot of shadow work. We take all that mass energy, all that Aries energy, red, all that anger, and we shine it on the right things, because anger is a beautiful thing. Tap onto all these emotions. The most important thing is to, how do you know how to use anger? You need to know how to use anger. You can take anger, you can hate how you feel all the time when the bills are here and you're not doing anything about it. So you take all that passion or that anger and you put it into something productive. So that productive thing can become consistency. So that which you are procrastinating on, you change. You start waking up a little bit earlier. You start exercising. So all that passion, all that red energy from Mars, all that passion, action, you are changing your mind state on a particular thing. And by taking baby steps, now you can start seeing the results. Now you're like, wait a minute, now I'm waking up a little bit early because I was angry with myself. So now I'm out of bed by 5. So I have more time during the day, even if I've not reduced my wasting time on the internet. At least I've reduced because I have more time and I get things done more in time, and I have more even time now to get lost in my dreams and imaginations. So that change of habit, slight change of, just because you are angry at something, but now they are teaching you not to be angry. When someone slaps you this side, that you are supposed to give them the other side. No, when life slaps you, slap back. You become angry, but you take that anger on self. That's a self-reflection, because that's a reaction. That's feedback. I'm angry, I'm not meeting my bills. What the fuck is wrong with me? Every time, man, I'm behind on payments. What the fuck? What can I do better? So you take that anger, because anger is just an emotion. You take that one, and now you shine it on that thing that you want to do now. That thing that you want to change. So there's nothing wrong with anger. So the way they teach you things in this world is because they show you only anger on the destructive side. So in movies, fucking demon. So in movies, so now that's a spirit that thinks that they can override me. Baby spirit. Or Mudaka, don't be angry. You know, you're bigger than that. I know I'm bigger than that. So I'm just, so I'm taking all that anger and I'm turning it into love. I'm angry because I love myself. That becomes my defense. I was angry because my boundaries were overstepped. So I still have to deal with that as a trauma. Okay? So that's still a trauma I'm still dealing with, of my boundaries not being respected. And that comes from your parents, how they bring you up, where your boundaries were not respected. No one asked you how you felt. No one asked you about your thought. No one, you didn't have anything. So so they didn't care about your thoughts or your feelings. So your parents can fight in front of the children. So parents can be kicked out of the house and you are told fuata mamako. They didn't care about, did you want to follow them? Did you want to stay? So those are boundaries that were overstepped. So when you grow up in an abusive or abused relationship, or when you're in a relationship where it was very abusive between your father and mother, you have to heal from that trauma of your boundaries being overstepped, because that happened. Because every time as a child, you are not supposed to know about your father's and mother's fight. You are a baby. That had nothing to do with you. So that is trauma that you need to deal with, because if you don't, even in your adult life, wherever you are working from, in your big offices, you still have people overstepping your boundaries. Someone can come and sit in your desk. So you're always asking, why are you at my desk? Someone is always coming into your office without knocking because they feel they shouldn't respect you. You have the same. So someone is always overstepping your boundaries. Someone is always sexually abusing you in the office, sexually harassing you, because when you are growing up, that was acceptable. It was acceptable for not speaking out for yourself. So it was acceptable to be punished by your parents for no reason. Okay, so you never got a mouthpiece. So now even in your adult life, you have no mouthpiece. So the boss can sleep with you anytime he wants. He just sends you a message, nipate pale. And because he even got that job when you are vulnerable, and we shouldn't blame you. Okay, it was not your fault. It was not your fault that you slept with your boss. You are on survival mode. You are on flight or fight mode. Either you fight or you run. So your choice of running was, let me run into this sex and at least I'll have some bread or something. So it's not your fault. It's something that you did when you are on survival mode. So you even need to start forgiving yourself. Okay? And most of you need to forgive yourself for things you did on survival mode. For things you did on a fight mode. For things you did on a flight mode, running from something, and that something could have ended up being something better, but since you have never been loved in your life, you couldn't understand it. It was too much love. You are not hid for that. You are not prepared, so you fucked it up. You self-sabotaged. You fucked his friend. You fucked the neighbor. You just had to do something to fuck it up because it was too good for you. It was new, because how you grew up with abuse. So now you found someone who loves you, you are overwhelmed. You are even starting troubles in the house because you have not healed. You have come from chaotic relationships, your mothers and your fathers. So how dare he show me love? How dare she show me love? This is too safe. This is too safe. I don't want safe. I'm going to fuck the driver on my way home. Or I'm going to suck the Bolt's driver's cock and take a picture to be looking at, and then the picture leaks. Now you are in the cold. Now you are blaming it on who? On the devil. If I listen to that story, it sounds like you are the devil. You are the one who was opposing the truth. You are opposing that you can be loved. It's not your fault. You missed your lessons. Class in session. You can miss all the boats. You know, when you miss a boat, it's gone for months. You can miss a train, you can catch another train. You can miss a bus, you can walk. On my channel, you don't get to miss anything. So class in session. So start loving self. Most of you, in the situation that you are just because you don't love yourselves. So as a bubble, by creating, this is what they talk about, creating what you call a heavenly body. So to create a heavenly body, you're not going to create it in the metaphysical. To create a heavenly body is when you are heaven here, down here. That is why you say, the time to be happy is now. And the way to be happy is to make someone happy and to have a true heaven down here. Because you're supposed to be creating your own heaven down here. You're supposed to be creating your own heavenly body. Now, your thoughts and feelings, your Adams and Eves, your masculine and feminines, your Gekoyo and Mombi, is what becomes together a mindset, your thoughts, your feeling. So you create an androgynous, a creature, a mind, a brain, a cloud of thoughts, a light bulb, a light, an imagination, a vision that you can bring down here through your will. May thy will be done, or what you call the chakra wheels. Okay? Or when you are bringing your dream down here, when they tell you dream big, or what is your dreams. So your dreams, your visions, your imaginations, you bring them down into the physical. AKA, you are able to create a heavenly body, you now, in the physical, who are in the right places at the right time. You are at the right tables. When people are shaking hands, uko hapo. So you have created a heavenly body, a body out of your body, a heavenly body, a bigger body, more heaven, more expanded, more out there, whereby you are recognized in places when you walk. So the doors are always open for you based on the company you're keeping or the mind state, your mind state. What kind of mind state are you in? Are you having high thoughts, high feelings? Okay? So when people are talking of looking for someone, they think about you. Ako wapi? Muite kwa hii mkutano. Ako wapi? So these are in the esoteric world before the physical. So this starts in the physical. This is in the mind. Remember, as you think, so you become. It's so mental. So it's in your mind. And some of us, most of us, not everyone, some of us had to fall into our minds to come and remember this and remind you. Because this is not even the best way to remind or to be reminded in the physical. But sometimes the best example has to come in the flesh. You have to see it. Okay? It has to be like you, coming in the image of. Okay? Now, so where are we now? Now I'm totally lost because now that sparked a whole new lecture. By just going on that train of thought. That's a whole new lecture for another day. Now I even forgot what it was about now. What was I talking about now? What was I talking about? I know about the mind, creating the mind, the thought and feeling, bringing it down to the physical. So that becomes your heavenly body, aka the aura around you. So that light, that imagination creates your mind. Now your mind is like a light. That is why when they are showing you the mind, they put a light bulb, a thought, a light, an imagination, a vision. So that, okay, bends in on itself, that thought from that cloud bends in on itself, becomes a reflection, what you can call like a projector now. Now there's a reflection of that back to it. That creates now like an alter ego, another reflection of the mind. Now that creates the duality now, relating. And to relate, it needs a mind of its own. And number 3, what you can call a location. So that becomes 3, becoming aware of your surroundings. So now, boom, your mind is inside something, but it is still the same thing. Your mind is the one, the singular, that bent in as a reflection and now created its own world, your own mind, your own thought form, your own feeling out of the one, out of the big spirit, your solo spirit, singular, solo, you. Now, time to take down some real esoteric gems now. Take your pen and paper. Okay, it's not on any book. It's not on any paper. We had a blackout. I don't even think I have enough charge. I think I'm at 5%. Sijui hata kama itaisha 5%. I had a blackout and I'm waiting on someone. Amekuja ameingia gari ametoka. I have to go maybe. They are going to... I didn't even carry my cable. So quickly. So now, we now, together... No, we can do this on another live. I'm out of charge. Shout out to everyone who came into the space. Teamwork makes the dream work. Ciao, ciao. No charge.